Hey folks, this is Kelani. Battle for Azeroth is just around the corner, and it's bringing more than just a new war between the two factions. There's plenty of new and upgraded systems being introduced, including the new communities feature. This is really cool, and honestly it's about time something like this was implemented. Quite a few other games have had both a guild system and another system which operates kind of like a looser knit group of players. Guilds are more personal. Maybe you run your main raid with your guild, maybe you have a dungeon team, or maybe your guild is just for laughs and drunk Saturdays. But what if you wanted to stay in a friendly guild, but also wanted to branch out into more serious raiding or Mythic Plus? What if you're a lone wolf and don't want to be part of a serious guild, but would still want access to a list of awesome players for the days where you want to pug something? That's where communities come in. From what we know, anyone can set up a community and anyone can join them. There's two types, one for Warcraft and one for Battle.net. If you create a World of Warcraft community, you can only invite players of your faction. If you create a Battle.net community, you can invite anyone across Battle.net, even those pesky Alliance players. So if you want to create a community for pug raiding, you can invite any good players you come across to community, and when you want to set up your raids, ask your community first to fill up your raid with people you already played with. You can keep track of individual lists of players for a variety of reasons, all without having to add them to your friends list. If you want to go one step further, you can create a community that spans both factions and all Blizzard games, just in case you wanted a bigger party of players for whatever reason. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if some guilds just created a Battle.net community for their guild, because you can message people across your guild without having to add everyone to your friends list. This system kind of frees up your friends list to be just that, a friends list, something more private for people you actually know, instead of it just being a convenient place to hold someone's name because they were an awesome tank or a really good healer. So a community really is kind of a guild, without all the pesky limitations. Mainly the server bound limitation. You can also join more than just the one though, so I can join a community with my friends across all my servers. I can set up a community for pugging normal and heroic raids, so I don't necessarily have to go into the group finder. Then if I want to set up a PvP community, I can do that as well. And heck, if I want to take Warfront super seriously for whatever reason, that's another community, and you can be in all of these communities all at the same time with their own chat to keep up with and all that good stuff. It's basically like a Discord server, but in-game. So, whether you want to set up or join a group of players for pug raids, high-level Mythic Plus dungeons, or PvP, the community system is going to be a powerful tool in your belt. Let's have a look at the new user interface, because the guild window is included here now as well. So this is using the same shortcut as the guild stuff does now, J. Hitting J will bring up this window with your guild and all of your communities listed at the side. You can scroll through them by clicking on the appropriate community, and then you can see there's a little roster on the right showing who's online and who isn't. You have a good chunk of message history in here too, which is nice for those of us who don't want to have another add-on to keep track of that. I wonder what add-ons we'll actually see making use of these new features. People might end up reskinning this entire window, and doing God knows what else. Those people can be very creative. Up at the top right, you can also enable or disable voice chat, and this isn't the same voice chat that we've been using since TBC. This is a new system being introduced in Battle for Azeroth. We'll touch on it a bit later because I've seen people asking about it, but just know that you can now talk to your guildies and even anyone in your communities without needing an external service. For the guild window, there's a few extra tabs on the right hand side. You can see your roster information with ranks, notes, and even achievement points. There's also the guild perks, including the items you can purchase from the guild vendor. I wonder if they'll ever add anything to that vendor. The last time I visited him was probably in Cataclysm, I think. Then the last tab is your guild info, so everything you could see previously in your guild window has been condensed down into this new interface. As for communities, you only have two windows, the chat and roster windows. You can set notes, change player roles within the community, and boot out anyone you don't want to keep around. I can't find anywhere to change the roles right now, but I'm assuming that will be introduced at some point, just the way that you can do it with guilds. By default, you have owner, leader, moderator, and member. Maybe you won't need anything else. WoW communities and Battle.net communities are a little different. WoW communities will use your character and don't seem tied to your account at all. So you can be in a priest community on your priest, but you won't have that community on your other characters. A Battle.net community is tied to your account, so you should be able to see the community no matter what character you're on, or even what game. You should be able to access the BNet communities from the Battle.net launcher too. Bear in mind that your battle tag will be shown in these communities instead of your character's name, just a word of warning if that's something you're uncomfortable about. Creating a community is simple and fast. Just hit the Create Community button on the left, select WoW Community or Battle.net Community, depending on what you want to use the community for, or you can join a community here if you have the appropriate invite link. link. After choosing your community type, just give it a name, an abbreviation, and a little description. You can also pick out an icon from a fairly decent list. Everything is Blizzard related, of course. I doubt you'll ever have the option of adding your own icon here, so I hope you're happy with class icons and other stuff. From there, you just need to invite your friends or the folks you want to be in your communities. Now, the big question for me is, will anyone actually use this feature? Don't get me wrong, it looks like it's going to be a great feature. Discord has done a great thing for the gaming community as a whole, and it looks like it's basically just Discord in-game. It seems to have a lot going for it, until you realize it's basically just your Discord server, but in-game. That in-game part might be enough for some people to switch over and to create a new community, but they're still probably going to have their Discord for when they need to link images, videos, or other bits and pieces that the in-game chat still doesn't support without add-ons. Even if you get an add-on to present links properly for you to click, you won't ever be able to preview images like you can in Discord. So the question is, will it be worth having both a Discord and a community? If not, what's the point in all this? Some other games have made it work. One game that I played which had a similar system was WildStar. In that game you had your guild, but you also could join circles, which are basically just guilds but you're not tied to them specifically. They were used for all manner of in-game activities, from cheesing the housing system to running raids outside of your guild. So I guess the answer is going to be maybe, depending on who you are and what you're trying to do. I think I'll set up a community for the channel for anyone wanting to just hang around, maybe make or join one for pug raiding and another one for high-level Mythic Plus. Having access to chaps that I know are going to do a good job will create a good basis for any group. Saying that, I can already see the requirements for some of these communities. High-level Mythic Plus community must have 3k plus Raider.io score. Things could get a little worse on that front, I guess. And then again, what's a community in WoW going to do that my Discord community doesn't do already? What's the point in splitting people across multiple platforms? Maybe we'll use it, maybe we won't. But one thing this might all depend on, the pivotal feature, the voice chat. The last time this was tried in game, it obviously didn't work out all that well. That's why we all started using Ventrilo, TeamSpeak, and now for the majority of cases, Discord. But if we can get good quality voice chat in game, then this feature might actually be used more often. So how is it shaping up so far? It's not too bad, actually. I think they learned a lot from Overwatch, and I think it's more or less the same tech that's being used in WoW now, and Overwatch just wouldn't work without good quality audio, so you can communicate with your team, or troll them if that's what you're into. So Blizzard has come a long way from the dark days of TBC and voice chat. It might actually be worth using this time around. I wonder how things would get with a lot of players in chat though. Discord stays stable for the most part, even when you get up to 30 people in the same voice channel. If everything falls apart when you get 20 to 30 people in the same voice channel in a community, then that could really be the nail in the coffin before this thing even gets a chance to stretch. I guess we'll have to find out when we can all hop into a community together in Battle for Azeroth. Every time you join a group, a voice channel is set up for you automatically, and you even get a little prompt to join. I don't know how that's going to work out in pugs. Hopefully people won't abuse it and will actually communicate properly. It could really make the difference in pug groups, especially Dungeons and Mythic Plus, where it's probably a bit rarer to hop into a Discord server. We'll have to see how everything turns out, but it's definitely usable, the quality is good, and the accessibility is amazing. You couldn't really ask for an easier way to hop into voice chat with your groups. That's it for the new community feature coming in Battle for Azeroth, but we're not done just yet. Let's kick off another beta key giveaway. Congratulations to the winners of the previous round. You should see your comments on screen. I've sent out the majority of the keys. Be sure to double check your YouTube private messages. You'll need to go into Creator Studio and you might have to check your sent messages. The YouTube message system is terrible and I guess that's why they're getting rid of it. I can't actually private message people who don't have a channel, so you need to PM me first so I can reply if you're waiting on your key from the first giveaway. Let's do things a little differently for this one because YouTube PM really is bad. So to enter this giveaway, all I need from you is a comment down below telling me what class you're planning on maining and why. Are you playing a paladin because they're awesomely holy and shiny? Maybe a mage so you can melt people's faces off with instant pyroblasts? Let me know what you're going to play. Remember to include the hashtag BetaKey2. If you don't have the hashtag, your comment won't be entered into the drawing. It would make things 10 times easier if you also included a Discord name or a Twitter handle so I can get in touch with you faster and simpler. YouTube PM is once again terrible. You don't have to be subscribed to win, but I'll be doing a few more of these giveaways, so being subscribed is the best way to catch the videos early enough. This giveaway will run for 48 hours and winners will be selected via random raffle, so good luck to everyone who enters. If you're selected as a winner and you provided a Discord or Twitter dealio, I'll contact you via those and get your key to you ASAP. If you don't provide something, I'll heart your comment and reply to it. You'll need to PM me afterwards for your key. Any keys that remain unclaimed for over a week will be given to someone else, so please pay attention to your messages. Congrats again to the winners of our first giveaway, and that's it for this video. A big thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon. If you want to hop on that train, you can find a link in the description below. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always I will see you next time.